Hey everybody, it's Rob here. I'm finally back and the Season 10 test server here is in full swing. In this video I wanted to show you some highlights from my first testing, talk to you about some possible new builds and also show some of the undocumented changes of this patch and some of the great stuff that's coming up for Season 10. First of all, the new Infernal Horde rework that you can see here in the background is pretty insane. You can get a ton of rewards, a ton of ether, and also you have options here for these chaotic offerings here on the top left that give you a crazy amount of juice here. You see when I open this here, I'm playing the big ball lightning build. It's crazy again. And you have a chance here to get goblins, to get a bunch of crazy demons, to fight like a brand new boss. I'm gonna have a link to the full PTR notes here. I've basically been traveling the past days in the United States, but I'm back home now and looking into all this cool stuff coming up. The new season starts September 23rd, and you can just see here all the craziness that you can do. Like you can get a ton of damage, you can get a bunch of these goblins, and there are a couple of cool changes here overall, and you get so much ether. I think in this run here, in the end, I'm ending up getting like more than 2,000 ether and a tremendous amount of rewards, as well as all, look at just that ether on the floor, man. As well as obviously having these new powers here, the chaos powers here on boots, and also having the chaos perks such as the mana shield here on sorcerer, reaching, if you want to, like absolutely crazy amounts. You see me here, you can have up to like 26,000 mana, and these things are just nuts basically here. Playing the Ophidian Iris on the gloves or playing the Banished Lord's Talisman on the boots. There's some pretty crazy stuff you can do, and we also have a ton of stuff to many builds. There's an infinite damage build on the Druid, but I want to show you here a pretty cool sword build that I've had a lot of fun with and show you some of the changes here that they did here, for example, to the bosses. So whenever you killed the boss before, Lilith and all the layer bosses, they had an immunity phase, but that immunity phase is now gone. So that means you can basically, you know, just walk up to those bosses and you can kind of like blast them instantly without them even leaving, you see? That was like phase 1 of Lilith, so you can like instantly phase her. All she does is she gets a barrier for her life, but if you're strong enough, like this build is, to break her barrier, you're completely blasting her down. You can either play this with the Catalyst, where the balls surround you, or you can play this like a bit more like a shotgun build. I'll show this to you here real quick. Like you see now my ball lightning is basically shotgunning. And yeah, it's just melting the boss like boom. This is T for Lilith and she's dead instantly and you get your reward. This works for every layer boss now. So no more tedious waiting here. Even if, let's say we go to one of the most annoying bosses that used to be Andariel. So she's a bounty right now as well. So we can just head over there to Andariel. I'll show you some of the builds that I'm playing here and some of the craziness that's going on. We'll have to see if some of those chaos perks are gonna get balanced at some point, because yeah, definitely on the sorcerer there's a lot of crazy stuff that's that's going on, and some pretty crazy builds here that absolutely dominate, especially in T4 and even in higher pits. So you can see here we get Andariel and she spawns and boom, she's dead. No faces, nothing. That's pretty cool. I really like to see the changes like that. I don't like it that much on Lilith. I would have loved for Lilith to be a challenge here, but certainly on Andariel, Duriel, and some of those annoying bosses. I think even the dog you can just instantly melt, basically. So you have no problem with any of that. And there's a couple of cool builds here. I really love to see that the Ball Lightning Sorcerer is back pretty strong this season as well with the Chaos perks. It generally is a good season for core skills. And the Sorcerer in particular has some pretty strong powers here. Especially the mana shield, which basically makes me have like no life, but like a bunch of DPS. And the advanced technique slot here, which is juicing all our core skills. That also means Hydra build is crazy. And this build can be played for speeds and anything here with Ball Lightning. Yes, basically the two versions. The one that I was like playing pretty much last season already, which is like when the balls orbit you. If you're like interested in doing some speed runs, basically, I'll show you here quickly a run how crazy it can be. And this build has cleared up to pit 118. I can also show you in a second. So it goes pretty wild overall, and you're moving like insanely fast, and you're basically, you see like melting everything here. Just using Ball Lightning, so you don't have to cast any more Hydras. And yeah, basically just walk around and play one of these like fan favorite builds and have a ton of fun with it. Basically, you can just see here. We're just completely dominating everything here. Have perma evade, and we're extremely fast. And I think in the end, this is going to end up even stronger than the Hydra Sorg was the previous season, the current live season. It's just like so much fun, and like sorcerer is just such a force to always be reckoned with, especially with having access to this crazy teleportation. I'm gonna link the planners to these builds here that I've been trying so far. Keep in mind, obviously, this is just the PTR, and things might change, especially this mana shield power. You also basically completely immortal if you want to be. Is maybe a bit on the strong side. We will see what Blizzard is going to do with that. But you can see here, even we just do a 1 minute run in 80s already, and yeah, my gear is, let's say, not the craziest, right? Like I'm mostly working like 1 GA items or something like that. It's nothing like really wild. So there's like a lot of potential to go up. And like I said, there's these 2 different versions here. This one here doing a pit 118 already on the higher end, which is basically using the overpower with Banished Lord's Talisman. You can see this dude here on YouTube absolutely crushing like a pit 118. He's hitting for, I think, up to like 3 trillions here per ball lightning. There's 3.7 I saw down there. And yeah, just absolutely crazy. Already did pit 118 without any bugs, basically. And here are some of the planners. So there's these like a higher pit version, which is like for bossing, where you use the strike of Stormhorn basically to just basically play this like big one-shot ball lightning. Or you can play the super balls. This is like the speed variant that I just showed you here. More like a speed focused setup where you play the Okun Catalyst and you have your ball lightning orbit you. But yeah, you can kind of see here like how big the hits are, and he basically overpowers on every hit because he spends like a bunch of mana per hit, and that triggers the Banished Lord Talisman. And this is just like the orange lightning sword. And yeah, this is eating through the run, and it's also eating through the boss here. He was like cutting down some trees, and you can see he still has like quite a bit of time left here in the end. So that's pretty cool that the sorcerer is still having like these crazy strong builds. Hydra is still playable. It's still very viable, but right now the ball lightning used to be like some of the new builds. On Barb you can also play Hoda, which is like pretty decent now, but pretty slow. And I think the sorcerer overall is looking pretty promising. Now there are like a bunch of bugs on the Druid, obviously on the PTR right now. They are doing like way too much damage. I think they are doing like a pretty much infinite damage as well. So yeah, here you can quickly see the Druid in action, like hitting for negative damage. This is something to do with the Raven, and this is obviously going to get fixed. Like you see, this Druid is basically just completely blasting pit 150 and hitting for infinite amounts of damage. This is obviously not going to make it out of the PTR, and I think this is like pretty much plaguing like every Druid build right now. So I wouldn't really like trust, like the Druid kills and clears at the moment, because lots of them can basically abuse or make use of this like math problem that we pretty much have every season. I'm just happy, we have a PTR, and hopefully this can get cleaned out, and all of these can get cleaned out before they hit the live game. So we'll see about that, but that's pretty likely this is gonna get cleaned, and that's just pretty ridiculous. The Sorg stuff here is super cool. We've played this ourselves, and on Barb it looks like Mighty Throw is still the best. I've seen hits up to 100 trillion, and this is pretty much the setup on the Sorgs here. For speed and for higher push, both the planners are below. You're basically using Banished Lord Talisman here, and you spend a ton of resources with the Crown of Lucion on your pens, allowing you, to spend a crazy amount of resources per hit, and then making every ball lightning pretty much overpower. And on top of this, let's just head, for example, here to the Hell Tides. We are gonna be completely immune to damage if we want to with this mana shield. So there's some pretty wild stuff overall. We go there, and in general I think the chaos powers and like the pure chaos with the build that's gonna erupt from it is pretty wild. So we can just go like this, hopefully get out of the way here soon TM. And then when we do this, you can see like I can just switch some stuff around, and we basically have 30,000 mana. And even if I like completely chill and when all my stuff runs out, don't do anything, hopefully, like we're pretty much still never gonna die from this, because we're just so tanky. And yeah, Sorg's pretty insane. Okay, here's the leads, and you can see we can just chill here. So that's just how crazy this power gets. And even though my life goes down, you know, my actual damage never goes down. It's just a bit distracting when your life bar jumps like this. But yeah, this is pretty wild stuff. I'm definitely, you know, looking forward to test some more here the next day. It's gonna do some barb. There's also a pretty cool Spiritborn build that you can do that also blasts like pretty high now because you can put the Vushnik par on some good stuff. I'll have some backups here, but you can see here, this is one of my friends here too. Like basically, Evade is also doing like a Pit 100 with ease right here. And it's basically stronger than ever, and also like a really cool speed farm build that's now hitting for like up to like 100 billion per feather. And obviously, like, we can still stand here and just almost become fully immortal. And when I do like one attack, you know, like we're instantly back to full mana, and nothing on T4 is gonna hurt us again. And yeah, the PTR is pretty wild. Like, there's like a lot more stuff I want to test. I'm still a little bit jet-lagged, if you can probably tell by my voice and stuff, because I just finished like a 30-hour traveling. Oh, you also have this new thing here, the Chaos Rifts, where you can get bonus XP and stuff. This is where you farm the things for your Chaos perks. This is like warp resources. So you can see here, we got one of these rifts, and it gives you the resource here when you go in. So this is like how the portal looks. I'll also show you some more of the Horde run that we did. Again, that's just like how you get this. You see, this is the resource that I get. And this is the resource that you will use to basically upgrade your Chaos perks powers here. Whenever you press F, you see, you can spend this and upgrade it. And I'll show you here like another like Horde run that we did, where we in the end reached up to like 2,000 ether. I'm pretty sure you can even reach 3,000 if you just keep getting enough of those Chaos waves. But yeah, there's some pretty cool stuff, and I'm very much looking forward to it. Again, like if you want to check some builds on the PTI, I have just like 2 different Sorc variants with the different Chaos perks here in the description. I'm going to put this below. And hope you enjoy. Check out some PTR, and we'll have like at least a draft for like a tier list and some power scaling here within the next day. Stay tuned, guys. Enjoy your time, and let's see here the new Infernal Hordes. Chaos Wave. What do I have to do? There's no monsters. Why the hell is it not spawning any monsters? Is it bugged? Catch the lights? I don't even know what that means. Catch the lights. I mean, they gave ether, but there was no monster for me. Here's some of the big boys. I mean, if this was like, you know, Pit 100 or something, I think it would be pretty cool. But the problem is, it's just too easy. I don't know what I have to do. I just kill them all. So it's like chaotic waves or riot. And this one spawns a lot of dudes. That was a lot of jewels. Okay, what do we get now? Should we go goblins? Ether events can spawn goblins. Okay. Monsters have double health. Okay, that's a good one. This is just a big bald sock. Paragon dish. Man, these waves feel so bad in comparison to the chaos waves. Boom shakalaka. We want chaos waves again. But I haven't seen any goblin, even though I chose it. I guess a chance, huh? I mean, that boss one was crazy. It gave me like 500 ether, the chaos wave. I'm not so sure if goblins would trump that. I mean, maybe. Can I get the chaos waves again? It's just down G, I guess. Because I had them 2 times in a row. Yeah, this is the build I want to play when the season comes out, man. That's fucking insane. All chaotic offering. Alright, boys, another chaos wave, and we already had 1k. We're playing the big boss orc. Oh, there's goblins. Oh, yes. Go get them all. Can they escape? Oh, so many. Yo, this is like a lot of goblins. What the fuck? Holy ether, boys. Okay, we gotta get 2k ether, maybe? I mean, I don't know. I think it can never be enough goblins. More. 1,000 ether, man. Let's go. Look at this. Oh, that was a ton. But we need more. Oh, okay, there's more. More gobos. Oh, I don't know how many we got. Wait, do they count? We got like 600 ether. I mean, they might even count like towards the goblin event, right? Do they count towards my achievement? Okay, we pick everything. Yeah, I don't know, like when we pick all this, how much it's gonna be. Okay, we have another chaos wave, boys. Let's go. That was my goblins. Let's see what we get now. Let's get something crazy. I don't even know what it is. Okay, there's a small guy. So we can get like 5k ether if you get the chaos wave on the line. Went from 800 to 1.8. Yeah, that's fucking crazy. Yeah, that was some crazy goblin event. Yeah, this looks pretty wild, actually. Just big balls, boys. And my gear is very bad. Like, I could have so many more balls around me if I get a better offhand. Zoom. I feel like there should be way more monsters spawning. How much offense side? Yes. Yeah, we're also gonna be fighting this new boss. I don't know where he's at. 2k, boys. Oh, another chaos wave. Okay, goblins again. Come on, come on. Okay, we have this protecting. So can you get like 10 times goblins if you get really lucky? And you're gonna get like 10k 10k ether. Something like that. Yeah, they need to add more monsters to these waves. Like the goblin wave, like that's exciting, right? The boss and the goblin waves. Like both of them are super cool, but this one, like, maybe I'm doing it wrong, but there are no monsters. I'm also not getting any ether. Okay, like, yeah, I'm confused on this wave. Like, I think you just need to protect the thing. Look, 2,000 ether. Okay, we get the big boss. Let's see what he does. Big boy. Wait, that is the new boss? That was the new boss. Man, this big ball builds crazy, dude. And we still have 1.5k ether left. Man, they need to make this boss like so much harder. Like what? We still have 1,000 ether left. Oh, Scroll of Restoration. Don't mind if I do. And you get the chaos uniques here. Chaos, 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 chaos. No, that's a lot of them. Yeah, this is like with mainly like 1GA stuff on most pieces. Okay, a little something. Okay, so how much of the side is this gonna be? 614. Oh wait, I already clicked it. Okay, I don't know what happened with my ether. Oh, this gun drops a ton of Scroll of Restorations. And that's the first time I fought the new boss, man. It was just one shot. Okay, but that was pretty sick, though. I still think they need to make the hordes like pit 100 difficulty. Oh, I clicked the gold by accident. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, this is my build. I mean, I don't know. I'm like, I don't even have triple crit on Shaco. Just get the big balls, boys. Let's go.
If you liked this video, make sure to subscribe, leave a like or a comment. I'm also live on Twitch almost every day, so come and say hi.